one of Australia's very favourite comedians, and he's here on Saturday night, this Saturday at the Dunstan Playhouse. You can catch him tickets through Ticketek to My Family and Other Criminals. Please welcome Akmal.
Hello people in Adelaide.
Hello.
Yes, I'm also here in the Northern Rivers, and it's freezing. It's normally very hot. That's why I have this. I also have that problem.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's funny when you go bald and people go, "Do you miss having hair?" I always say, "I've got plenty of hair. It's just not where I'd like it." I've got more hair than I've ever had.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Bring an ear home over soon for me, but
too late for come over now. Too late. I used to have curly hair. For those who can remember, when I started, I had like an afro, but then I started losing it in the middle, and I thought, no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. Who could play that game? I'm just gonna grow my hair long, and I looked like an ethnic koala for a little while, and it wasn't a good look. Good for comedy, but not for my self-esteem.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Less chlamydia. So
And you've been coming to Adelaide for years. How many years? You started in about 1990, right? Doing comedy.
Oh no, 93. I started in Sydney, but the first time I went to the Adelaide Fringe was probably 97, and I had a sketch show with two other guys, and it was tough getting an audience because remember when it was every 2 years, not every year.
Yeah.
And so there was so many shows, and no one knew who we were. And this show was really elaborate, and it would take an hour to set up the show, and we'd get 6 people all sitting. It was a big theater too. We'd have 6 people separate, and it was so hot. They had no air conditioning.
Oh, geez.
And the third day of our run, I got sunstroke because I'd never experienced the Adelaide heat, and we were giving out flyers, and I had to go to hospital. And my friends in the show came to visit me in the hospital and said, "Oh man, it works so much better with just 2." We were 3, and I thought I played a fairly significant part in the show, but apparently not. They go, "Man, it works so much better." Very compassionate people, comedians.
Very, very compassionate. Very compassionate. But I remember us doing a couple of shows remember the Going Ape at the Zoo. I think you were part of that. It was just heckled by lions, which was weird.
No, they almost kept me because I had my shirt off, and as I said, I got a lot of hair. I was almost tranquilized. It was great. I was heckled by an elephant right on my punchline. The elephant, just worse than a drunk. Seriously.
And Laughing Gas was the other place I remember doing gigs with you back in the day. Do you remember that place on Hindley Street?
Man, this is how addicted I was to comedy. I'm not as crazy as I was then. Do you remember Ansett, the airlines?
Yes.
They went broke. And now I had 3 shows at Laughing Gas, and I was the headliner. I was so looking forward to it. Because there wasn't a lot of work in Sydney for someone just starting out. And I had 3 shows as a headliner, and then Ansett collapsed just to get me. I think they were racist, just to upset me. They collapsed. And the woman who ran it was a lovely lady, and she said, "I'm so sorry, but we're going to have to cancel the show." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Well, there's no airlines. We can't get you on a flight." I said, "Don't worry, I'll drive." She said, "What are you talking about? You live in Sydney." I said, "No, I'll drive for the gigs." And I drove 18 hours to do the 3 gigs.
Did you?
And then I drove on the way home. I was so delirious. I drove the wrong way, and I went towards Darwin. And I drove. This is true. This is a true story, right? I'm very vague with directions. After that 3 gigs, which went really well, and I was pleased that I was so passionate. The money I was making, I spent on petrol easily. And I left my hotel. I drove about 500 kilometers, and then I saw a sign saying Darwin. I thought, "Oh no!" I turned around, And I'm asking for
That's
directions.
quite a wrong turn.
The guy goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to New South Wales." He goes, "Oh, mate, you got to turn around and go back to where you came from," which I've been told that a lot. And so I drove 1,000 kilometers, no word of a lie, and I ended up at the hotel where I started in Adelaide, on Hindley Street.
Oh no!
True story.
So you can't. That's why we all live here. We can't get away from Adelaide. We've all tried driving away, but we all end up coming back.
There are electric fences.
Yes.
You're shot just as you're leaving.
That's right. Did I see something online the other day? Did you have a run-in with a spider?
It's still here. Look, I'm normally, as your audience will attest, I'm normally much better looking, but I got bitten here.
Oh my God!
It was much worse. It was really puffed up and really quite painful. And
what was it? A redback or?
I don't know. It was a spider, and I'm such a natural comedian, whether I want to or not, right? So I'm sitting by my computer where I'm sitting now, and I felt these 8 legs on my eyelid, and I panicked and I smacked my eye really hard. I almost knocked out my eye socket, and so I didn't get a good look at the spider. But if I see him, I'm gonna have a few words with him.
Yeah, probably squish the venom in further.
I had the bite and the smack in the eye. And where we live, it's really beautiful, but there are so many creatures that were here before we got here, and they want us to die as soon as possible.
One of my favourite bits of comedy when I was starting out was your bit about walking into a spider web.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can still do that. That was a long time ago.
Way back. Yeah.
But just the performance was amazing. What was it? I don't know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't get you to repeat old material.
You're going back 25 years ago.
I'm wow! Yes,
I haven't done that for like that long.
I love that joke. Yeah.
Well, I've still got some videos of you because I used to work at Blockbuster, so we've got lots of the Comedy Store actually brought out a whole bunch of videos, and so I've actually still got an actual couple of VHSs of yourself back in the day. From the Comedy Store, the Sydney Comedy Store.
Well, I'm happy. Like I'm glad someone took something home of mine. I would hate to see it now. I really hate watching myself too. Like, when I do a DVD back in the day when people were making DVDs, and they'd say, my management would say, "Oh, you got to watch it so we can edit it properly and take the bits out you don't like." And I say, "Mate, honestly, if I watch it, I'm gonna cancel it. I can't. I hate watching myself so much." And then they say, "Okay, we'll edit it ourselves then." And then I watch it and oh no, why did you keep that bit in? That's so bad. And
But now it's all on Prime. I think you've got 4 shows on Prime. I was having a look. Open for renovations, Transparent, The Life of Akmal, Live and Uncensored. They're all on Prime.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I really didn't. I haven't been paid a cent.
Right.
The bootleg copies. They're all the ones that Scott's obviously pushed up there. It's no.
It's like these days, it's on overload. When I'm old enough to remember like having 4 channels on TV, and one of the channels, SBS, you couldn't even understand. So 3 channels really, and that's all you got. If you weren't entertained by that's it. Bad luck. You got to maybe, I don't know. And now it's like unlimited. It's like even even the good stuff gets lost among the quagmire. It's just hundreds and thousands of anything. Maybe I don't know if it's a good thing. It's probably overload.
Too much choice. Too much.
Too much choice.
Yeah. I liked when TV was a bit crap. Like Like we grew up on watching whatever happened to be on at the time, so you'd watch.
Tell me the show you remember. What's the show you watch the most?
Oh, just some of the game shows like Man Oh Man and
Man.
Well, hey, so, yeah, they pushed the contestants into the water, like in the swimming pool.
Yes, that was Rob Guest. Yeah. I do. We remember you on Hey Hey back in the day.
Yeah, I did Hey Hey. Yeah, that was live too, and it was terrifying because it was a live show, and you get one chance at it, and if you mess it up, that's it. Like
that's it.
I was young, like I thought if I mess this up, that's it, and somehow you kind of get it together and remember your bits and get through it. There's no live TV anymore. This is live.
This is it.
Yes, this is. We're trying to do some version of live TV, but
it doesn't happen anymore. Nothing.
No.
The other thing is you can't even know what's real anymore. Like you watch someone do something and you go, "Is that AI?" And you watch Trump say something crazy and you go, "No, that's not. That's Trump."
That's
other people do crazy stuff. It's getting weirder, isn't it? You know, for us,
it is strange.
It's a weird world coming up. You know, like.
Yeah, and the AI is getting better all the time. You know, 6 months ago you'd go, "Oh, that's AI," but now, is that AI?
Oh man, I saw an interview with Paul McCartney, right? And he was saying, someone sent him a video of Paul McCartney singing with the Beach Boys, and he said he'd never sung with the Beach Boys. He didn't even know that song, and he watched it, and he said, "Oh, I can tell. It took me a while, but I can tell it wasn't me." But in maybe 10 years, I won't be able to. And the guy who sent it in was this computer whiz. He says, "No, about a year, 12 months, you will not be able. It will be indistinguishable."
Yeah. Like you'll be able to not turn up to things like this. Just get some AI version of yourself to do it for you.
AI Akmal.
I like it. I like it. It sounds like a Islamic terrorist thing, though.
My name's a big AI. It's easier.
Yeah, that's right.
Real good. Yeah. Now, Akmal, you co-wrote, and also performed in one of my favourite Australian films, You Can't Stop the Murders, and you co-wrote it with Gary Eck and Anthony Murr. And mate, I absolutely loved that movie. I think we actually went to the cinema, I think 2 or 3 times to see it.
It was in the cinema. I'll tell you a story about that. Now, we were really looking forward to it. We worked for 2 years writing it, and then it took another maybe 6-7 months in production, and we really will. This is it. This is our turnaround. We're going to. This is Easy Street. We're going to be stars. And the night the film opened, just coincidentally, America declared war on Iraq, and this was the first war on TV. Everyone was at home, and the film was called "You Can't Stop the Murders," starring Akmal Sally. You know, I mean, you just couldn't get it any wrong, right? So anyway, I tell you that the next day I think it was in like 70 cinemas, and we were really excited. Yeah. We went to Fox Studios in Sydney. Me and Gary said, "Let's go and watch it. It might be fun to just, sit with the audience and see what happens." And anyway, we went in. The first cinema we got into, it was Jackass. You know Jackass?
Yeah.
We were up against Jackass. And we went to open Jackass, and it was packed. There was not an empty seat watching people put like mouse traps on their testicles and all sorts of crazy things. It's like, oh, well, if they're full, we must be full. And we walked in, there were like 6 people. And so anyway, we thought, that's all right. Let's go and sit next to a couple. The cinema's empty. And me and Gary went and sat next to these 2 young guys watching the film, just right next to them. And as the lights came up at the end of the film, I turned to the guy sitting next to me and said, "Mo, that was terrible. It wasn't even funny." And he looked at me. I mean, that opportunity doesn't come up very often, you can take someone out. But Jackass kicked our asses that year, and I think it was the first Spider-Man that came out as well. So we were with some big hitters, and I'm glad you watched it. I think the people who liked it really, really like it. Like,
so funny.
You might find this interesting. there was remember, that show on the ABC called Mastermind?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mastermind. Now, if you go to YouTube, you'll see that a girl chose "You Can't Stop the Murders," our film, as one of her as her topic.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and she got 100%. How freaky is that? Yeah. So I called the police and said, "I'm getting a stalker." No. It was remarkable. It did have that cult status where you either got it or you didn't get it. You either found it funny or you just thought it was rubbish.
Well, I've got it on DVD as well, so it was, and it was also cast. You had so many cameos from people, and obviously, the late Daniel Haskell, and and Umbilical Brothers, and a few others, and Jimoan, and
we used all our friends, all the comedians. We used it. It was great. Comedians can perform well as themselves, so we kind of wrote for these people. So we wrote for Jimo and we wrote for the Umbilical Brothers, and it was just easy because we knew them really well. So it was comfortable being around, non-actors. And actually, even like Gary Hu was in it. Gary Hu was a great comedian, and Rob Carlton, who's doing he's more of an actor, but he was a friend of ours as well. So it was a great time because we just had our friends around. And it was such a fun thing to do. And it was so successful. I have not done another one since.
But you've also done some animation voices. Did you do voices in The Wild Adventures of Blinky Bill?
Yeah,
is that right?
I've done I don't know. Whenever they ask me to do it, I say, listen, I don't do voices. I'm not a voice person, right? I'm not even an actor. And they say, I will just come and audition. And so I've done 6 cartoons, different cartoons, 6 different characters, and they all sound exactly like me. There's not even an attempt at changing. I was in Night at the Museum 4.
You were, yes.
I played Seth, the god of chaos. And I played a cat, like a feral cat. In how's it called? Kangaroo Creek Gang. But it's always it's just me. It's so funny. I played a cat in Kangaroo Creek Gang, and one of my friend Dan Wiley, who was a co-actor in it, and who's a real actor, who's a real voice person, said to me, "Mate, my wife asked me. She goes, hey, is that cat Lebanese?" Is that cat? Because I must have an accent. Because is that cat Lebanese?
A cat scent. Well, I actually met to.
It's such an easy way to make money because there's no pressure whatsoever. Because you go into a studio and you can muck it up as many times as you want. There's no chart. You take your time and you can ad lib. You can improvise. And they love that. Every company I worked with, they always go, yeah, just go for it. Just say whatever, and we'll use it. And if it doesn't work, we won't use it. So it's really easy.
I actually got a chance to meet the lovely Robin Moore, who is also the voice of Blinky Bill. And her amazing energy is fantastic. And it was great. And now knowing that you're on there,
wow! It's all coming up. Blinky Bill, Big Al. Yeah. Everybody you run into.
I played Jacko the lizard, and it's just I won't be offended, but it looked remarkably like me when I looked at the characters. Did you draw that with me in mind? They said no.
So tell us about your show that you're bringing to Adelaide on Saturday, right? My Family and Other Criminals. What have we got in store?
Well, this is the show I did in Melbourne this year, and whenever I have trouble coming up with material, I just remember my family. They're hilarious. They're really, without meaning to, I'm of Egyptian. I'm my Egyptian background, right? And they're very obsessive about status and education, and you have to be a doctor, otherwise you're not quite human. I mean, if you say a dentist, you go, okay, we kind of knew what you were trying to do, but okay, you will accept you. But anything else, and so I've had people the desperation to be accepted in the culture. Like if you want to get married to an Egyptian girl, which they really kind of stick together, you have to kind of be a doctor or a dentist or a chemist, pharmacist, or an engineer. I'm a comedian. I'm not even on the scale, but I had there's so many funny stories, right? Because of that kind of pressure. This is an absolutely true story. I have a cousin who has a really high-pitched voice. He was born with a high-pitched voice. It's not his fault. He talks like this. How are you? Yes. Anyway, he tried to be a doctor and failed at university. So he thought, bugger this. I'll just buy a white coat and a stethoscope and see how I go. And this is an absolutely true story, right? And he just he got away with it for like a couple of years. This is back in the 80s, before the digital revolution where they can track everybody. He got away with it. And this is before the internet. He used to you could look up Encyclopedia Britannica on how to give injections and and anyway, karma caught up with him. This 16 or 17-year-old girl came to his surgery, his illegal surgery, and she wanted to gain weight. And anyway, because he's an idiot and he's not quite qualified, he gave her these steroids. It didn't make her gain weight, but it made her voice drop deep, and she grew hair on her chest and her neck. She was a young girl, right? So her parents took him to court, and and we went to court because he's my cousin, and the judge would have been freaked out because this guy's got a high pitched voice.
Yeah, he sounds like Jimmy Somerville.
And his victim is the guy gave me steroids. A 60-year-old that sounded like an old man, and he sounded like a little girl. You just cannot write that. It's just too perfect. It's just too perfect. I got so many.
He should have taken the pills himself, by the sounds of things.
Well, if he'd known, he was lucky to stay out of jail. But we had it's all good. It's all good fun.
He would never have made it as a doctor. Imagine that. Like, you've only got 3 days to live. He'd be like, shucks,
yeah.
Like
right. Have you got like a capsule of helium? It's got one of those.
So, are you telling us that the whole show is in a high-pitched voice? Is that
it could be. I'm flexible, but it's you can probably get away with having a high-pitched voice if you're a doctor, but if you're a pilot, for example, you'd freak people out.
Oh yeah, you would.
This is your pilot speaking. We're going to be traveling very high.
People would go, no, let me off. That's why all pilots go, hey, so this is your pilot speaking. It's calming. It's calming. It's calming.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
You have to have a calming voice. It's
I don't even tell that story in the show. I really don't. I should.
We have a bonus.
It's a great story.
This thing that came into my head was I got other stories if you got time. Oh, I got so many. I had an uncle who was a dodgy. He wasn't a doctor. He was a carpet salesman who came to visit us, and my parents were overseas. I was a young boy, and he had constipation, but he doesn't trust doctors, and no wonder because the family's full of dodgy doctors. And he said, "I've got constipation. I have not done a shit in 3 days." I said, "Well, do you want me to?" So, do you want me to take you to the doctor? He goes, no, I don't trust doctors. Anyway, the next day I go to the toilet, and he's sitting on the toilet with his pants off. He's going, "I still nothing. I have not done it. My stomach is like a rock." I said, "Oh," and he goes, "Listen, can you go to the garden and get me the garden hose?" I said, "Why?" He goes, "Just get me the garden hose." I said, "This is absolutely the truth." I had to go around the back, hand him the garden hose. And he goes, "Now, when I tell you, turn the tap on, but very soft." And man, and he came out like 10 minutes later. He goes, "That's better. I feel so much better." I go, "Man, we never drank out of that hose again."
No. Well, it's lucky it didn't have.
That's another story. I should include these. Thank you, guys.
Well, perhaps you can do a sequel.
Nice.
So, My Family and Other Criminals, Saturday night, 8:00, Dunstan Playhouse.
Yeah.
You can get tickets through Ticketek and go and see
I'm looking
Akmal.
forward to it. Every time, in the past, when I did Adelaide, it was always the Garden of Unearthly Delights or and it's so difficult. It's so noisy, and I don't.
A lot of noise, yeah.
I've got the worst concentration, so
there's always like a Shania Twain cover band or something going on behind you.
That guy with a megaphone going, "Get your tickets over."
Yes.
And there's like a Ferris wheel right behind you, all these kids screaming, and it's just not ideal. So doing a theatre is such a different vibe, just different energy, focus.
And the Dunstan is a beautiful, beautiful spot.
It is a beautiful.
It's
not a bad seat. Not a bad seat in that room.
No, that's right.
All right. Well, thank
good
you,
luck with
Akmal.
Jose. We've got one of our favourite. You spelt your name.
Is Miss AI Akmal.
Yeah, but Corey is one of our favourite regulars, and he's very excited that you're on.
So when you don't want to tour anymore, AI Akmal will do it for you.
Send a hologram of Akmal. So and then I could do the really bad gigs. I can go and work in Rockhampton in Queensland, and it's someone throws something to the hologram, not me.
Yes,
and the corporate shows.
And if he says anything inappropriate, you just blame AI.
Yeah, that's it.
These things have no feelings.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
All right.
So, hey, you say it as a joke. We're not that far off. I was in London a couple of years ago. They got the ABBA show, and it's holograms. And it's incredible. Like, it's indistinguishable, right? So it's programmed. So if something happens or someone yells something out, the AI hologram of ABBA is programmed to respond accordingly. So it's as if you're really there. It's not like a recorded thing. It's mind blowing now.
Right. Does it take requests? So if you yell out for bang a boomerang, they'll just fire it out.
If someone yells something out, or if there's an emergency or something, they will react as if they were really there. Like it's supercomputers who have sort of thought of every sort of eventuality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Akmal. It's been lovely having you on. We'd love to have you back sometime. And
anytime.
Oh, great. And all the best with your show Saturday night.
Thank
please.
You. Come and say hello if you're coming. If you are coming.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Yeah. We'll come and stalk you around the back.
I can tell the way you said, you won't be there. You're watching the footy or the World Cup's on. Normally I'd come, but
I hardly ever leave the house myself. I've got 3 kids, but
it's got constipation. That's why.
We've got a remedy for that.
Let's go to a date with a hose on the Saturday.
Guaranteed to work. It's been tested on my Uncle Bushra.
Thanks very much, Akmal. We'll catch up with you soon. All right.
Thanks, mate.
Have a fun night. See you.
Cheers.